Today I'm going to chat with one of my old friend and as well as I'm his fan, Mr. Sheshadri. We all fondly call him as Tree Sheshadri because he's done a lot of work with trees, and he's one of the important and currently one of the leading environmentalist and tree expert who is Bangalore is lucky enough to still have. And I'll just ask some random questions and you can hear a little bit about his opinions on the subject. Now, Namaste Sheshadri.
Namaste.
I wanted to start with the first this thing. Why this urban biodiversity is important, and why cities should spend time and energy to maintain the urban biodiversity.
So, urban biodiversity is gaining all the more importance because cities are becoming a population sink. People from all over, everywhere, they are all coming into Bangalore, and we have limited ecological resources to render the city an ecologically sound um, tag, you can say.
I would
So,
beg to differ. I'll say there's enough, plenty of resources are there, but people are not utilizing it in the right areas.
yes, the problem is
After all,
people.
to improve the biodiversity, you don't need 1,000 crores.
Yes, yes. You need more human resource than and a little bit of money. And basically, it's all about I. When you go around, you find that most people are plant blind. So even if you see a tree, doesn't exist. It's just empty space. So basically, we need to connect with the trees around us. Basically, find out what's around us. Find out whether there are heritage trees around us. And the first steps we need to take is to preserve the heritage trees and preserve the existing trees on the avenues and parks and other green spaces. The trees, the base of the trees have to be cleared of concrete and
Now, I want to ask and come back to the earlier topic about budget requirements.
okay,
Now, Bangalore is one of the richest cities in India,
okay,
and also now it has come into the top 2 or 3 cities for attracting capital and entrepreneurs and everything. And according to me, Bangalore must be getting thousands of crores of tax money from its residents.
true.
And the green area has shrunk to below 10%, if I'm right.
The greenery has shrunk quite a bit, so it is not much about the money requirement that we are in dearth of. It is actually the human
Commitment.
resources.
Commitment to.
We don't have commitment, and we need to have an increase in the ecological consciousness. We
See,
need to.
even people and this thing, if you have enough city sanctions, enough budget, you can hire, after all, to make more nurseries and have more gardeners and get the plants watered.
Yeah, perhaps the BBMP and the other government agencies are sufficiently allotting money, but the where the money is going, the money is not being utilized efficiently, and
Hmm.
there are no experts to guide the government agencies here, and that is why they are dissipating. All the money is getting dissipated.
Our experts are there, they are not consulting them.
Yeah, the experts are all around, but they are not being consulted.
Hmm.
So experts are not only here in Bangalore, but they are all over the world. There are
All
a
over
lot
the
of
world, they're there.
people who are abroad, people who are into tree work, people who know what to do, people who are experienced with trees for more than 50 years, and who have a proven record and how to go about tree pruning.
So, coming back to the subject, in Bangalore being such a rich city, it has enough resources. It is not being deployed in sufficient amount and then with sufficient interest and in a scientific way.
Exactly,
That's why Bangalore's greenery has fallen
is
down and it's
depleting.
such a horrible place now, full of pollution.
Yeah, yeah,
Compared to just a couple of decades back when we were all youngsters.
yeah.
Okay, that is one first point. Now, second question I want to ask is, we want to now halt the deterioration of Bangalore's greenery and urban biodiversity.
Okay.
And so, what is the first step in that? Probably saving those heritage trees.
Exactly. So heritage trees have to be saved because it is a one-way process. Once you lose
And
them,
what is a heritage tree?
a heritage tree is a tree that your previous generation, one of that comes from your previous generations. It is living heritage. It is a heritage, unlike a fort or a temple, which is a dead heritage. This is living heritage, and it needs to be conserved because
So,
once
heritage
these,
tree means it's a old tree.
it's an old tree, and it can also be a sacred tree, which is found in a sacred place or even outside a sacred place. So these trees are biologically important. Sacred trees, how our ancestors used to select these trees is because they have biological importance as well as they yield fruits for humans. For
So,
example,
all
the
these dead religious monuments, they are surrounded, they have taken great pain to preserve beautiful green trees, that is, this ficus and all these.
yes, yes. There is a lot of
Huh?
attention to preserve ancient structures like temples and forts. And I would also say that there's an immediate need to look at the living heritage also, which is
Heritage
inside the
trees,
forts. Yes, the
the
heritage
heritage
trees.
trees of Bangalore. Now, can you tell us a few about a few of the really famous heritage trees of Bangalore?
Yes, there are a lot of heritage trees in the old areas in Bangalore. There are a lot of heritage trees in temples and other what we call is what we call gundutopus. Gundutopu is nothing but a community grove where it is a grove which is a grove of long living trees. So these species are carefully selected so that they live long,
And
and
where are they in Bangalore?
there are a lot of them in Bangalore, and actually a lot of them have been a lot of them have gone for layouts and things like that, but you find a lot of them on the outskirts of Bangalore. There's
Inside the
one
city,
Gundu
they are not there.
inside the city. There are there in the northern part in Hebal and Mahadevpura, Krishnarajapuram, and the Hosur side. You have Gundutobus
So, on the outskirts of the city, they are still
outskirt. Yes,
there. In the core area, they have been removed.
yes, yes, yes. That's true.
So, if we take the Bangalore city now as our topic of discussion, the trees in the sacred places, they are taking care. They don't cut it, they preserve it. We don't have to worry about
True.
them.
Yeah.
The trees in the public spaces like parks and roadsides,
Yes.
there first of all we have to preserve the existing heritage trees. They should be
Yes.
identified and earmarked, and then
Yes.
people should be dedicated to keep them
Yes.
healthy.
Yes.
So, once if Bangalore heritage trees have been identified, what are the first steps that the city should take to protect those trees?
Yeah. So the first step is to identify the heritage trees and geospatially tag them.
Mm,
And then the government agencies like the Karnataka Biodiversity Board,
mm,
they have a heritage program
mm.
where they have a program to conserve heritage sites. For example, in Bangalore we have heritage sites with heritage trees called Gundutopus. So Gundutopus have to be conserved. This is very similar to the Devarakadus that you have in Kodagu. And people in Bangalore, the ancient people in Bangalore, they had this tradition of having community groves, having one community grove, for example, for every 2-3 villages. And so that all the 3 villages, they come and gather for any community
But
gathering.
those villages are long gone.
They are long
Real
gone.
estate is very expensive.
True,
And I don't think anyone is going to sacrifice hundreds of crores to set aside land for Gundutopu anymore.
true, true.
Practically, what can be done is on the footpaths and roadsides of Bangalore, where these big heritage trees are there,
Yeah,
they should be first identified.
identified.
And then, has that identification been done?
No, it
It has
hasn't been
not
done.
been
No,
done.
there is no program here to identify heritage trees, geotag them, and more than that, more than tagging trees, more than mapping trees, there is a need to actually put up a board saying that this tree belongs to the government of
Ah,
Karnataka,
mm,
and this is our heritage,
mm.
and for any reason it cannot be removed for any purposes of development,
Hmm.
because we need balanced development. We
It
need
must
to
be
develop
declared
around the trees.
as a city's treasure.
Yes, as the city's heritage. And probably you can also make heritage tours for visitors to
No, that
Bangalore.
if you are not even identified it, there's no question of heritage tours of
Right.
trees and all.
The first thing is to identify,
Ah.
and then to conserve them, actually map them, and a government agency has to do it. Something like the Karnataka Biodiversity Board has to do it, and it has to be authentic. It has to be done by experts.
Hmm. So now let's come back to this identifying the heritage trees of Bangalore first. For that, probably the authorities have to first acknowledge and accept that these are very precious heritage of Bangalore, and we just can't afford to lose them,
True,
isn't it?
true.
Once that kind of a conclusion is come to, then they have to identify each and every heritage tree,
True.
and then they have to put it up in their website,
Yeah.
and then after that
Declare
they declare them as a heritage of the city. In fact, Bangalore is counting not only Bangalore, entire India is looking to attract investors and high quality industries and all to Bangalore. If we don't have any trees, I don't think anyone will come here.
Definitely.
Quality
Once
of
the ecology
the
is depleted, it gets desertified, and it no more. You don't have this ambience anymore. It is there are no more aesthetics here, and it doesn't attract any more people anymore.
so
It is
not
as good as any
only
other town or city.
not only this heritage trees are important for aesthetic and cultural reasons, they are also important to preserve the ambience of the city
Exactly.
and the quality of the life what Bangalore has to offer to people.
Yes. Yes.
And if that is all not there, it will hit the economy of the Bangalore also sooner or
Definitely. They
later.
all go in hand in hand. Ecology and economy
Ah,
definitely go
ah.
hand in hand.
So I think this is a topmost thing that Bangaloreans have to be concerned about and ask their elected representatives and all. First, let's identify the treasure trove of heritage trees that are there in the city, make a
Yes.
list of them, put them up in the local websites and all, and bring awareness to school children that these are the
True.
important trees.
We need to know. We need to
And
promote this concept called heritage, living
exactly,
heritage.
it's a topmost priority for environmental purpose of Bangalore.
And most of those trees are keystone species. Most of them are ficuses, and they feed millions of birds and small mammals and a lot of insects and a lot of bees. So they are actually ecological nodes.
Now we'll in the next video, next topic I want to take up is the care of these
Okay.
heritage trees.